coming to America, the sequel. So, Akeem has returned. After his father has passed away, he is given the title of the king. But during his new responsibilities, his kingdom is threatened by General Izzy, played by the incredible Wesley Snipes. Now, I've never seen Wesley Snipes in a comedy film before, but I have to say to you, it really does work. He's absolutely hilarious. I mean, I never thought this guy could actually do comedy, but he's actually quite funny in it. He reminds me of, like, they kind of take the piss out of Colonel Gaddafi, which I find really amusing. So while his new title of being king in Zamunda, because we have returned to Zamunda, he discovers that when he first went to America on his first night, if you remember back to the original film, of looking basically for his new queen and looking for love of his own, he finds that he had a night with a woman in America and who has given birth to a son who is the heir to Zamunda. So now he must come back to America and find his son and tell him he's got to be the new king. And he's got to find the son and make him the new king so that he can keep the peace between General Izzy's country and, of course, Zamunda. So while this film, you kind of see Eddie Murphy playing Akeem take a different role to he did in the first one. It's very clever how they did it because he's got to try and become his father now. He's got to try and become the new leader of Zamunda. But he finds that his son is a typical average New Yorker. He's completely different. And he, of course, him and his 3 daughters, because Lisa and him have had 3 daughters now, he has to try and get him now to become king, to keep the peace. When his other daughter, who was trained for the royal crown all her life, is like, whoa, I have trained. This is my role. So it's kind of like he's trying to make the new king of Zamunda. Now, as sequels go, this was brilliant. I think critics are being a bit too harsh on this. I don't think it was as good as the first one, but it is brilliant. It's got comedy, it's got classic laugh-out-loud sequences, and it's a bit toned down from the first one. It does focus a lot on family, but it's not a terrible film. In fact, I think people are being a bit too harsh on this. It is, in my eyes, brilliant. I think people will love this. This is how you do a sequel. It is fantastic. Eddie Murphy returned as Akeem. We loved him in the first one. He's his same classic, hilarious self. Only you see, he's got to now become king. So he has to now take up the responsibilities that his father had. And that's what I like about this. You've also got Lisa returns, played by Cheryl Headley, who is now the queen. She's discovered that this new mother is now coming to Zamunda with this new son, and it's all changes, and you see their relationship get affected as well, and she's brilliant in this. Of course, it wouldn't be Coming to America without Arsenio Hall, who plays Semi, and he does... I will say he does multiple characters, as he did in the first one, in this film, and it is hilarious. Wesley Snipes, plays by General Izzy. I love it. I think it's hilarious. As I said, I've never seen Wesley Snipes in a comedy before, so it works. It's very well done. And there's some surprise in this film as well, which you will love. Kika Lane plays Mika. Mika is one of the main... There's the daughter of the general that he's supposed to get his son to marry. And his son is like the gangster king, and he wants to make Zamunda in his own way, and it's really clever how we see that. Also, his son, he's called Lavelle, and he's been played by Jermaine Fowler. I'm sorry, you have noticed these are written down, but have you tried remembering these names? You cannot remember these names, so I had to write them down. My apologies. By the way, do you like the new background? It's like I'm in a Doctor Strange portal, like a bit like that. Sorry, but Jermaine Fowler plays Lavelle. Lavelle is a typical New Yorker. He's kind of like a labyrinth rapper king. So he's got his own little kind of style. He's very N-dubs, especially when he walks in with like chains and like a stick, like yo ho ho, I'm in Zamunda. You know what I mean? It's very, very good. And Akeem's like looking like, oh my god, this guy's the new king of Zamunda. You know what I mean? He sees a little bit of himself in it, so it's like a guidance thing. I love the guidance of trying to get him to accept his new role as king. And you've also got Nonzi Murphy, so his daughter is in this. Eddie Murphy's daughter is in this. She plays his eldest daughter, Melembe, who is supposed to be the next royal in charge, but Zamunda's traditions are a man has to be king, not a woman. So some of you will see that they've not moved with the times. This film is brilliant. The one thing I like about this is that each character has their own connection to another. So you've got the guidance between Eddie Murphy's character, Hakeem, and of course his son as well, Lavelle. You see their relationship. Semi, and of course, I have to say, I can't believe he's in this. Tracy Morgan is also in this film, and he brings a sort of comedy to it. So there's like a comedy relationship between Semi and of course his uncle, who's played by Tracy Morgan. You've got some great hilarious laugh out moments. There is the same kind of dirty dark humour from the first one, a lot of family traditions as well. There's some very sketch laugh out loud moments. What I love about a comedy film, and what's really important when I'm watching comedy, is the timing and how they're moving from one joke to the next, and the way they presented this and achieved it was brilliant, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was hilarious. There's also some things for everybody as well. Like, there are times when a singer, an item, a joke will take you back to the 80s, 70s and 60s. So it will take you back to moments you'll remember when you were a kid, and artists you'll remember when you were a kid. And there's some great surprise casts members that are in this film that are not announced, that I will not spoil for you because that's what makes the film great. It's a full laugh out loud comedy that people will enjoy, and will enjoy it. It's a great sequel. It works. It's not as good as the first one. I think the only one problem is the fact that they kind of lost some of the material that made Coming to America a little bit. The classic characters are back. You have got the barbershop boys that are back that, I'm sorry, completely had me wetting myself. I was laughing my head off. It was hilarious. The classic jokes they pull as well. And the pastor, you've probably guessed the characters are back in this. And the kind of like perverted pastor is in this as well. And the Lord, there's a Lord up here and a Lord in here. You know, it's the classic moments you remember from Coming to America. So it's very good. The only issue I have with this film, truthfully, is they lost some of the dark material that the first one had. It's toned down a little bit in this, which in one point works, but in some points it doesn't. So that's the only issue I have with it. Apart from everything else, it is brilliant. Coming to America is brilliant. So for all those reasons, I've got to give Coming to America, the sequel, 4 stars. So, Coming to America, have you guys seen the new film? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Have you got a problem with it? What's your critic review? Because a lot of people have been lashing this a bit. There's a lot of mixed reviews on this film. Let me know. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, plus Snapchat if you'd like. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. Obviously, I will be off for about a week now because I have no Wi-Fi at my house, because broadband are taking the piss. So good luck with that, and have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you hopefully in my next review.